Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. I am terribly sorry about yesterday. I can't even tell you how upset I get when I do stupid stuff like that. And I don't even know what's going on. Just so tired. I'm at war with my body, I'm telling you. I got my master's degree while working two jobs, one full time, one part time. And I wasn't a single parent, I was an only parent. And I never did this crap. Ever. I don't know what's going on, but it's unacceptable. I bought an alarm clock, like, and it goes off for like 60 seconds maybe. And you better wake up within those 60 seconds because it turns itself off. What the hell? What kind of alarm clock does that? Remember when we were growing up and we had that brown box, the analog box, that would wake you up and snooze you forever and it would wake you up. They do not make alarm clocks like that anymore. Okay, I got the least expensive alarm clock, so maybe that was the problem. I'm gonna Google the most loud, annoying alarm clock ever and buy that. But I do have that though. I have a cat and a dog. They are the most loud and annoying alarm clock ever. Even they. So now I have Tiffany double checking that I'm awake every morning. So she wakes up at 4:30 and makes sure that I'm awake. But I am sorry. All right. We are going to start a trial today. And jury selection does not suck. It's interesting. I liked it. So, here we go. We're not going to finish it today. We'll finish it tomorrow. It's a short one. The reason why we're going to do this trial is because something happens. But we'll see. You'll see. You'll see. Here we go.
That was the answer to that. It's the same thing she talked about first.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Leslie Maddox. I'm a retired state court judge from Forsyth County, and I've come up this week to help Judge Deal get some cases taken care of here in Dawson Superior Court. You're in courtroom D. Welcome to the courtroom. We are going to start a criminal jury trial in just a minute. In order to get us kind of familiar with the process of what all we're going to be doing in here, I want to explain just a few things to you and what different people do, so you know who to ask questions of and that kind of thing, just to help you get comfortable with jury service. I know some of you have served before, some of you have not, so it's really good for everybody just to kind of get comfortable before we get started. So.
Comfortable before jury selection? Linus, you got elite. I haven't seen elite in a while. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, Linus. Thank you.
First, I want to introduce our court reporter, point her out to you. She's over there in the blue jacket, facing the jurors on the far side of the courtroom from me. She's typing away on a little machine. She is taking down everything that we say out loud with our mouths to make a record of this proceeding. So it's really important that while we're in court, only one person talks at a time, just like we wish it was at home sometimes. So only one person talks at a time in the courtroom on the record. And also, it's important that we actually speak up with our mouths. So like if we were having a conversation out in the hallway or at our house with somebody and they ask a question, we might just nod our head, right? We might not say yes, but the record won't pick up the nod of the head or the shake of the head. So it's really important that when you're asked a question later on, that you have an oral response if one is called for. There's going to be a time during the jury selection process where we ask you questions and you will just raise your hand or a number card if you have a number card. You may not have them. They don't have them, do they, Justin? Okay, that's fine. We don't need them. If you just raise your hand, we'll take you one at a time. And raising your hand is fine for that process.
Maybe.
And you'll hear me say, and you might hear the lawyers say, if they see no hands, we'll say that out loud so that the record reflects that we don't see any hands, right? Because again, the record doesn't have eyes, it only has ears to hear
You just like to talk.
what we say with our mouths. So we appreciate very much the great job our court reporter does, and I appreciate your assistance and the parties and the attorney's assistance in making her job easier by not talking over one another. We have our bailiffs, Ms. Nix and Mr. Sowers, here to assist us. Y'all met them out in the hallway. Anytime you have a question, you can ask them. They are your go-to person for any kind of question that you might have during the time that you're here serving on the jury. And of course, the other person is come talk to the clerk if you need to. But when you're out in the hallway, our bailiffs will be out there. If we take a break and send you out there, they'll be out there so you can ask them any question you need to. We will have a courtroom deputy in here at all times while we're doing this trial, because that's what the court security plan provides for here in our courthouse. And right now we have Paul Whitfield over here as our courtroom deputy. So they switch out from time to time depending on the needs around the courthouse. So he may have to switch out, but if you're in here, I'll be in here. And if I'm in here, there's a deputy in here, okay? And generally that's just one. So his job is to make sure that,
Remember that time there was that fight? Okay, so you can't see it. Yeah, you can now that I moved it over. Besides the orange chair on the left, there's a door. And that's where the inmates are. Everybody else comes into the courtroom through, the bottom of the screen. But the inmates come in through that door. And remember, there was that big fight back there with the inmates? And the deputy heard the fight and was in the room with the judge. No one else was in the room. The plaintiff, it was landlord-tenant day, and they were in between cases. So there was no one else in this room except for the deputy and the judge. And the fight broke out. And you could hear it. And you saw the deputy and the judge, which was the male judge, the other judge that we see. He's like, are you going to go? And the deputy's like, not when you're in this room. When you're in this room, I stay in this room. And the judge had to leave the room. The deputy said, I can't go until you leave the room. And the judge, beside the flag, there's a little drawer for the judge to get out. So the judge went out the door and the deputy went and got the inmates under control. It was absolutely cool. It was so cool. I love to see it. I wish I kept that clip so I could play it over and over again.
Courtroom secure when we take breaks or recesses if the courtroom doors need to be locked. Also, in the event of any kind of emergency, it would be his job to secure those courtroom doors and ensure the safe evacuation and protection of everybody that is in here in this courtroom.
Do you want to Tell him I said knock it off. Okay? Tell him right now. Like, text him or call him. Kathy said knock it off. I hope he's feeling better. He has another foot. He really doesn't need to, right? No, they will fix it. They will get it under control. He's in there right now. He's getting looked at. They will fix it.
So we appreciate the work that the courthouse deputies do to make sure this courthouse stays safe and all its visitors and attorneys and employees stay safe as well. Now, importantly, in the case, I want to introduce you to the lawyers and the parties that are involved. Mr. Greer is there standing. Mr. Greer represents the state. In this case, he works for your district attorney. And so he's going to be the prosecutor in the case. At the table next to him is Mr. Sebastian, and he represents Ms. Fallon Waldrop, who is the defendant in the case. Now,
Jude, thank you for the gift memberships. You got Pro Wrestler. He was in here the other day for the first time. Ooh, or she. And you got Marty. I haven't seen Marty in forever. Maybe both of them will come in today and say thank you. Thank you very much, though.
it's really important that you understand how important your job is as jurors in this case. So when people in the United States can't resolve an issue that they're entitled to a jury trial over, which is almost everything in America, because we have a constitution that gives you that right, then they can bring it to court, and a juror of peers from the community, not professional jurors, not people that the court system picks because of their expertise, like in some other countries, but a juror of peers come in and hear the evidence and make a decision as to the facts of the case. That is your job, and it's really important. Now, I know all of you had something else that about 3 or 4 weeks ago when you got your summons that you were thinking you might rather be doing today than being here in this courthouse. But your job today is vitally important. And I want you to look at it this way. If a loved one, a friend, a family member had an issue that couldn't get resolved without the intervention of a jury, wouldn't you want other people like you that had other commitments?
Abso-freaking-lutely not. If there is one thing I learned in the past handful of years, collectively we are dumb. Individually we are fine. But collectively we make the worst decisions possible for ourselves. No, I would rather have professional jurors. Let's change the laws.
To take care of other responsible people in the community, to put those commitments aside and come in and hear that issue. You wouldn't want the court system, the sheriff's office, or whomever to go out and find 20 of the most bored people that had absolutely nothing going on in their lives to come in and hear that issue. You want people that are responsible, like you, to set aside those things that they're responsible for in their private lives, come in and hear the case. So we appreciate you being here, and I want you to think of it truly as the honor that it is to live in America, where you get to serve as a juror. And should you ever have an issue that needed to be resolved, you could likewise have a trial by jury on that issue. So it's really important. I'll let you know that I have been a juror, which is crazy, I know. But back when I was in law school, I got selected on a jury, and I was the foreperson of the jury because that sweet jury thought I knew so much because I was in law school. I did not know so much because I was in law school. But I have sat in your seat. I have been in the jury box and decided a case. I have also, after I was no longer technically anybody would ever take me on a jury because of the job I did in the court system, I still had to come in just like you on jury summons and sit there and and wait and do what you do. So we're going to be as efficient as we can because I've had to be in your seat, okay? With that, I'm going to tell you about the process next. We've got to ask y'all some questions. I've got to ask 4 statutory questions first that are going to go to the entire panel. When I ask those questions, if you have a positive response, I'm going to ask that you raise your hand and raise it up above your head so I can see it, because my vision is not what it used to be. And I can see you from here, but I want to make sure I don't miss your hands out there in the audience. So if you have a positive response, raise your hand up high like this. If you don't have a positive response, you can keep your hands in your lap or whatever, because these questions are important. Once I ask you those.
No, Judge. Judge, come on. No. Hands above the lap, people.
Those 4 statutory questions, I'll turn it over to the lawyers to ask the questions that they have. The order of trial is set out and clear, and it starts with the state getting to come to you with their questions first, and the defense comes to you with their questions second. I have explained.
Monica, thank you. 15 months. Man, that is so awesome. I know it's longer, but that is so awesome.
To the attorneys that they are welcome to remain seated during this time if they prefer, or they can stand if they would like. It is completely up to them. The way we do it here in this courtroom, it really lends to them remaining seated and just being on the opposite sides of the tables. So we'll go through those questions in that way. Those questions are general questions that are addressed just like my questions to everybody. So if you have a positive response to any of their questions, I ask that you raise your hand. Hold your hand up until that attorney that asks the questions makes eye contact with you or calls out your name based on the seating chart or maybe your juror number, okay? Because they've got a seating chart. They know who's sitting in what seat, so that's important. And I say that, we're gonna verify that in a minute with the clerk to make sure everybody's in the right seat, because that is also something that we must do. So we're going to go through that process of asking questions. Before we can ask those questions, I must swear you to take the oath to answer those questions truthfully. So if you will stand in your place, if you can, and raise your right hand for me, I'm going to read this oath. If you accept it at the end, simply say, "I will." You shall give true answers to all questions as may be asked by the court or its authority, including all questions asked by the parties or their attorneys concerning your qualifications as jurors in the case of the state of Georgia versus Fallon Lorraine Waldrop. So help you God. All right, you may be seated. Thank you. Now, before we go any further, let's call through, if you don't mind calling the juror numbers. As your number is called, if you will just say your name so we can make sure everybody's in the right seat.
Number 2.
Brad Whitehead.
3.
Renee Gasaway.
6.
Julia Upton.
8.
Sandra Carson.
9.
Edmund Smith.
10.
Leslie Gillette.
11.
Tom Laudacina.
12.
Susan Stubb.
13.
Shannon Bovink.
14.
Pam Sexton.
15.
Hallie Rod.
17.
Dawn Melton.
18.
Kelly Lamb.
19.
John Bailey.
20.
Kristen Palmer.
22.
Charles Berry.
25.
Adam Scott.
29.
David McGee.
And 30.
Easton Wright.
Okay.
Want to know why I left that in? Because you all lose your minds when we show the jury. Oh my gosh, they told the jury the names. Oh no, we have the names of the jurors. Oh my God, we saw the jury walk in. Oh my goodness, we saw the jury sit down.
Great, everybody's in the right seat. All right, as I told y'all earlier, this is a criminal case. It's the state of Georgia versus Fallon Lorraine Waldrop. The defendant is charged with the offenses of driving under the influence of drugs, less safe, and failure to obey authorized person directing traffic. These charges are set out in.
I read read that wrong. I thought Jude said not in a precious kind of way. Not cultish. My eyes are bad.
A document called an accusation. The accusation is merely the paperwork that brings the case to court. It is not proof of anything and should not be considered as proof or evidence by you in any way. It's just that legal paper that brings the issue for you to decide into court. Mr. Greer, the prosecutor, can read to you the accusation at this time.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
Judge.
cheers. Thank you, Kelly.
And I'll stand for this, y'all, but I will stay seated most of the time. Count 2 of the accusation reads, I, Lee Dara, District Attorney for the Northeastern Judicial Circuit of Georgia, on behalf of the people of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Fallon Lorraine Waldrop with the offense of driving under the influence, less safe drugs, for the said accused in the county of Dawson in the state of Georgia on the 8th day of May, 2024, did drive and was in actual physical control of a Ford automobile, a moving vehicle, while under the influence of drugs to the extent it was less safe for her to drive, in violation of OCGA 40-6-391, subsection A2, contrary to the laws of the state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. The other charge alleges I, Lee Dara, District Attorney for the Northeastern Judicial Circuit of Georgia, on behalf of the people of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Fallon Lorraine Waldrop with the offense of failure to obey authorized person directing traffic for the said accused in the county of Dawson in the state of Georgia on the 8th day of May, 2024, did unlawfully fail to comply with the lawful order and direction of Dylan Roberts, a law enforcement officer designated by the Georgia State Patrol, invested by law with authority to direct, control, and regulate traffic in violation of OCGA 40-6-2, contrary to the laws of this state, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof.
Ladies and gentlemen, this accusation to which the defendant has entered her plea of not guilty forms the issue for you to try. Now, I have those 4 statutory questions I'm going to ask. Question number 1 is this. Are you related by blood or marriage to the defendant, Ms. Waldrop? Attorneys, Mr. Greer or Mr. Sebastian, that are present in the court, or the DA, or any party involved in this case. If you're related by blood or marriage to any of those named people, please raise your hand. I see no hands. Question number 2. Have you for any reason formed and expressed any opinion in regard to the guilt or innocence of the accused? That is Ms. Waldrop. I see no hands. Question number 3. Have you any prejudice or bias resting on your mind, either for or against Ms. Waldrop? I see no hands. And question number 4. This is not a trick question, so listen carefully. Is your mind perfectly impartial between the state and the accused? If you are impartial, please raise your hand. It's not a trick question. If you're impartial, raise your hand. All right, I see all hands. Okay, thank you. Any objection to or addition to the statutory questions, Mr. Greer
None from the state, Judge.
and Mr. Sebastian? Do you both agree the panel appears to be statutorily qualified?
The state concurs, Judge.
Yes.
All right, I do declare the jury panel is qualified. At this time, the prosecutor, Mr. Greer, can come to you with his general questions. Mr. Greer, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Just one more time, I'll rise before I sit down. My name is Conley Greer. I've been prosecuting here for a minute. Unlike the judge, I have never been able to get on a jury. I don't know why they don't like me. But congratulations to all of y'all. You're now taking part of a job interview, I'm sure, for a job you didn't want. And I'll try to make the questions as simple as I can. To my left is Deputy Dan Ameling. Dan is currently employed with the Hall County Sheriff's Office. He was here with us in Dawson County for several years. And he'll be helping me with the case. Now, I'm going to sit down and ask these questions. If at any point you don't understand what I'm asking, just raise your hand. We'll figure it out then. Because like the judge said in our process, I'm going to ask you follow-up questions if you raise in the affirmative. If you don't raise your hand to any of my questions, I'm still likely going to talk to you anyway because I want to know why you didn't raise your hand. If that makes any sense, because these are pretty general questions. All right, that being said, now, Judge Abernathy Maddox asked if anyone was related to me. Does anyone in this room know me? Know me? All right. The same thing, does anyone know Miss Waldrop over there? Or Mr. Sebastian? Okay, so we're all strangers. We all agree on that. I'm going to give you a list of witnesses. I introduced y'all to Dan. Does anyone know Dan Ameling? Know him? What about?
Well, they don't know yet, but it's a DUI case. Okay. But hold on. Something happens. Something happens.
James Burnett. He is a senior trooper with the Georgia State Patrol. About Alec Pearson. Alexander, but he goes by Alex. He's a sergeant with our sheriff's office here. Dylan Roberts. He's now in Blue Ridge, but he was a trooper stationed here for a while. Anybody know Dylan? All right. What about Ryan Provost? He was a deputy here for quite a while. He's in private business now. All right. Now, does anyone know another juror on this panel? All right. Now, juror number 30. Who do you know?
I had a teacher from high school was here. I don't know.
What? No, hello, teacher from high school. So, juror number 30. I'm not using your last name just because that's what I've been trained to do, but you know number 17. Number 17, you know number 30.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so here's the deal. Now, she was your teacher. All right, so you still look at her like she's your teacher, right? Now, what happens if y'all don't agree, man? You going to go with what she tells you to go with, or you going to maintain your own opinion? All right. Now, now he was your student. Now he's gonna buck up like that back there. How are you gonna respond? You gonna be okay with that, or you gonna respect his opinion too?
He's entitled to his opinion.
Okay, yes, we all agree on that. All right. Thank you both. Now, we're about to get into just slightly more personal questions. Now, I don't want to know your business. The state does not want in your business. We don't, but these are questions because I'm trying to do here is to see if there's any biases one way or another that might be kind of locked in there. So some of these questions are sort of on the personal side. For example, I did a lot of crazy stuff when I was a kid, and I really wouldn't be real thrilled about y'all finding out. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I promise you, Mama was right. They were all bad ideas. But I probably wouldn't want a room full of strangers knowing about it, if that makes any sense. Now, my friends all know what an idiot I was back then anyway, but y'all, I would not really probably feel comfortable knowing about that, particularly when we're here for something as important as Judge Abernathy Maddox told y'all we're doing, which is this is jury selection, right? So if I ask a question and you're not comfortable giving an affirmative answer to it, that's cool, because the last question I'm going to ask is going to be, was there someone here who wasn't comfortable answering one of my questions? And you can raise your hand then, and no one will have a clue what you weren't comfortable talking about, and then I can, we can reserve you and talk to y'all in private. Does that make sense? Anybody object to that? Did I? All right. So anyone here who themselves are a close family member that's been convicted of a crime, which that includes DUI. All right. Now we got a lot of hands going up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the left side first, and then just so y'all don't get into the whole, I'm going to move over to the right side, and then I'm going to come back after I mark down that. I'm going to talk to you individually just for a few minutes, okay? So can I start with the left side? And number 2, 3, 8. And I come back to 20. And then 19. And then 18. And then 17. Everybody on the left. All right, right side. What we got? We got number 10. Any crime, and including DUI. And then 13, got it. Then 30. And did you have your hand up, sir?
Yes.
29. All right. Number 2, are you comfortable talking about who it was and what it was?
Yes,
Okay, who was it?
my brother,
What was it?
he got busted with a pound of marijuana and also has some DUI.
Did y'all talk about it a lot?
Yeah.
What did you form an opinion about what he went through, or have any feelings? What did you think?
I thought it was horrible what he went through.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Do you know whether he got any treatment or anything like that, or did it create any, like when you see that someone's charged with those crimes, do you have a particular feeling about one way or another? Do you think about your brother and go, I wonder, or do you just, they're charged with a crime?
I feel negatively toward him for what he did and how he got caught.
Right. Put your parents through it, huh? Yeah, put you through it because you love your brother. Yeah, no. Would it create any biases in hearing that someone else is charged with a DUI drugs?
It would really depend on how it all went down.
Well, obviously, Ms. Waldrop's not charged with having a pound of marijuana, and she's charged with DUI drugs. And basically, all I can say right now is what I read you in the accusation. But that's what she's charged with. And all we're asking you to do is just to hear the facts and make a decision on the facts that we can present to you today. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, I do.
All right. No, number 3, are you comfortable talking about who it was and what it was?
Yes,
Who was it?
my father-in-law, many, many, many years ago.
Do you remember what the
This is
charge was?
Georgia. Yes, it is.
DUI and racing around the Dawson County Courthouse.
All right. Now we're talking. Okay. Now we're talking.
Monica, thank you for the cheers.
All right. If you're going to get caught, if you're going to get caught, do it right. So many, many years ago, your father-in-law got caught racing around the Dawson County Courthouse. All right. I don't think you're going to see any evidence of any racing.
And then my husband, many years ago.
Okay. Does that create any biases for you? Any thinking one way or another? Any sympathy or, well, they had it coming? You see what I'm trying to get at? I want to make sure.
No, I just know a lot of people but for my husband, it ended up being the best thing that happened to him because it ended up changing his life many years ago. So it wasn't a bad thing for him.
Right.
It changed his life. And my father, he was young and stupid. My father-in-law was young and stupid. So I really don't, it's not going to bias me one way or another.
Okay. All right. Number 8. Are you comfortable talking about it? Okay. Who was it and what was it?
My brother, DUI,
How long ago was that?
oh, it's been many years.
Many years.
Like, young and stupid.
Same question I had for everybody else. Does that create, how do you feel about it? Does it create any biases? All right. All right, going back to number 17 back there. Are you comfortable talking about it?
Sure.
Who was it? What was it?
It was my brother. He was on Aurora Road and blew a tire. And then when they came, they arrested him for DUI.
Well, so
Am I this for Dyer is not that bad. It's just not. We just had someone racing around the courthouse, and it gets better.
bad luck arrest. He wasn't racing. I mean, the guy just blew a tire. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. He just blew a tire, right? So does that, how does that make, I mean, does it cause any feelings for you, or is it just, it's just part of life?
Yeah, he paid his bail and served his time at the library or something.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. 18,
Comfortable.
Okay, who was it?
Several friends, and then my husband when he was under the age of 21.
Yeah, college age, high school age. Mm-hmm. Was that, I'm assuming that was a while ago?
Yes.
Okay. And does that create any issues for you? Do you feel one way or another about it? Number 19, are you comfortable talking about it? Who was it and what was it?
My son, who was DUI,
How long ago?
probably 15 years.
Oh, wow, so quite a while ago. Was he very young when this happened? How did it make you feel?
I was all mad at him.
Right. Yeah. Particularly when they're young, if they're on your insurance and that happens, buddy, yeah. So I imagine that he got worse from you than he did the legal system, but, does it create any biases for you? Do you feel one way to, all right. All right, number 20. Okay, who was it, what was it?
It was my brother, a good 30-plus years ago, underage, DUI, partial.
Okay. All right, moving over here. Number 10.
It's my son. He's currently in Gwinnett County for DUI and
I am sorry. All right, so you're a parent, man. It's hard. Right. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. Here's a question now. All right. Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
I'm mad and I'm glad he's there.
Right. I get it.
I sleep better at night knowing he's there.
He's safe. He's safe. But can you try and be impartial? I mean,
I'll try.
right.
She
Just
said-
hear the facts.
She said, I'll try, and that means hell no. That's what it means.
Facts, and you make a decision on those facts. Okay. Number 13. Are you comfortable talking about this? Who and what was it?
Okay, so I've got brother, cousins, and friends. Maybe
All right. No, that's okay. Is there any of those that make you feel a certain bias one way or another, or sympathy one way or another?
No, my brother has been arrested from everything from street and donut shop to,
Man, y'all got some great relatives.
the police for the donut shop. I mean,
That beats the racing. It does.
it was in the 70s, so again, this is also spanning the length of time where he's had issues. And also DUI convictions, drug convictions. I mean, I don't even know what all other ones there are, but I still love him, and, you know, some of it, he's a good person that makes bad choices. And then I have other cousins that are arrested for things like embezzling from the company, other drug convictions, gambling issues, passing bad checks. My brother's also passing bad checks. And then I've had other close friends who have had DUI convictions where they were arrests where some were convicted, some weren't.
Right. So does any of that influence you one way or another, or can you be impartial?
I can be impartial.
Okay. Good. Back row 29.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable talking about it?
I can.
Okay, who was it? What was it?
My niece,
All right.
we buried her a few weeks ago. She
Oh, no.
went to the prison for methamphetamines, and she ended up dying.
Man, I am sorry. Well, does that affect your ability to sit and hear a DUI drugs case?
I'm not sure. We're still,
Of course you are, yes. Of course you are. And it's a hard ask when I'm asking, what the system's asking you, but let me frame it like this. Here's the positives, okay? We're all okay. Everyone right here is okay. And you don't know what any of us done before we walked in here, myself, Mr. Sebastian, Deputy Ameling, Ms. Waldrop, you don't know. For all you know, we're all involved in all kind of charities or all kind of other things, right? Can you sit here and listen to the facts of this case, and you go into that moment in time and these facts and make a decision on that and not what might have been, what could have been, or what will be? That's the question. Okay, think so. Thank you. All right, 30. You good talking about it?
Yes.
Who was it? What was it?
Myself, DUI.
And how long ago was that?
One in December 23, and then one April of this year.
Were they here? Oh, all right, that's the judge's home turf. All right, so I don't know how they treated you there, but I'm just curious. How do you think they treated you?
Fair enough, I was in the wrong, so.
Right. Now, does that create any sympathies in your mind for Ms. Waldrop or any biases against her because we're at trial? All right. Okay. Does anyone here, next question, which these will get faster, I promise, guys. Anyone here have an open case in which this district attorney's office is involved in? You might be a witness, you might be a defendant, you might be a claimant. Anybody? Anyone here who's had such a bad experience with law enforcement that they still remember it today? Today. I mean, I could tell y'all a story, but I'm going to save y'all time. I have, but today. You still remember it. All right. Number 6. You comfortable talking about it?
Oh, yeah. It was just a situation where my dog was attacked by another dog. And when the officer came out, he said he was like taking pictures of the whole thing. But he actually didn't, and it just made it harder after that because I had to call and, I couldn't decide whether to take it to court or not. So it wasn't a big deal. It was just a dog attack, but it just didn't seem fair. It seemed a little odd that his camera would malfunction when he was taking the evidence, but the vet took the picture. So, I mean, it's a tiny thing, but.
Was that here? Huh. Was it a sheriff's deputy or,
It was the sheriff.
Okay. Because there is we have animal control that works for
It was on the weekend, and so the sheriff came out, because my dog was like bleeding in the middle of the road.
oh my goodness. That sounds a little bit more than a little thing to me.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. We were just walking on a country road, and the pit bull just ran out and attacked my dog and was on a leash. But fortunately, my husband ended up kicking it and getting it off, but it was kind of traumatic.
No, I imagine. That's your pet. Okay, well, do you think that experience would cause you any biases in this?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right, thank you. Anyone in here have a particular bad experience with this district attorney's office? That's good to hear. All right. Anyone here who's just plain old biased against police officers? You just don't like them. All right. Anyone here who works or has worked in the pharmaceutical drug industry? Number 6. Anybody else? All right. What'd you do?
I'm a pharmacist, and at one point I was also a pharmaceutical rep.
Okay. Probably gonna be some testimony right up your alley then. Now, I'm not gonna ask you to throw your common sense away, but, do you think you bring in any biases or concerns from your experience that would influence your ability to be impartial here? For example, if prescriptions drugs just were, okay. Is there anyone on this panel, listen carefully, who has not
I agree.
seen someone under the influence of drugs? All right. Some of y'all have already answered to some degree, but anyone here who said someone close to them or themselves gone through residential treatment? Okay, we'll do this the old-fashioned way again, starting over here. Number 2. Who else? It was anyone anyone close to them or themselves have gone through residential treatment.
Yeah, my brother did.
I'll come back and talk about that in a second. Who else over here? All right, backside 15.
I went through treatment.
All right, we'll talk about that in a second. All right, yes, sir, number 19. All right. Left side, right side. Okay, number 10. Number 13. Anybody else? All right. All right, number 2, your brother went through, how long ago was that?
Probably 30 years ago.
Okay. It's the same, I'm assuming it's the same brother we talked about. Do you think it helped?
No.
Well, does it, can you put aside his experiences and your experiences and that matter as well? And just hear the case as it is? All right, thank you. All right, 14. How long ago, are you comfortable talking about this? 15, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, how long ago was that?
It was 10 years ago, and it was for pills and alcohol. And I went to rehab for 35 days, and it worked for me.
Okay. That's great to hear. Would that create any expectations in your mind, any biases or anything like that, or can you be impartial?
No, I mean, I know it did.
Okay, cool. 19, you comfortable talking about this?
My nephew.
How long ago?
It's continuous.
Continuous?
He's been in several programs for years.
Well, at least he's trying. Hey, that's the win. Will that, will his, what he's going through, will that create any expectations or biases from you? Okay. Good. All right, this side, number 10.
Yeah, my son went through it from 2019, he's in drug court for 2 years. Obviously didn't help, he's right back in jail again.
Right.
So,
All right, it goes back to what we talked about before, is that I'm asking you,
I'll be fine.
okay, all right. 13,
My brother, and also I've had friends that.
same question I've asked everybody else. Is that going to create any expectations or biases? Right, I just want, making sure you're going to listen to the facts of this case and just this, all right. I think we got it right on that. Anyone here who's been prescribed a controlled substance? All right, so 2, 3, Ever. Yeah. Okay, let's stop that. Anyone here who's never, ever, ever been prescribed a controlled substance? All right, see, that's a better question, ain't it? Admit it.
Take a whole lot more out of it.
So, never prescribed a controlled substance. So what's the strongest thing you take for pain then?
Tylenol, ibuprofen,
That poor man. I feel so bad for him.
pretty much my go-tos if I actually really, really can't stand the pain. Most of the doctors consider me disgustingly healthy.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. So do you have let me ask you this. Have they ever tried to, like some people are just stubborn. Like, I remember a dental procedure, they like to, the dentist doesn't want you in pain after surgery. And they prescribe, I won't take one. I've tried one and don't like the way it makes me feel. That's just me personally. I tried one time, I'll never do it again because it just, ugh. That's just me. But do you, I don't hold that, I believe they're good. I believe we need them. But do you have any like biases against people who might take prescriptions or?
Now, everybody in my life pretty much takes prescriptions.
Okay.
And, you know, a lot of them are for the medicines that you have to have a license to dispense.
Right. Okay. All right. For those of you, that would be everyone else in the.
JK, what do you do for pain since you don't get any of the good stuff? I bite down on this piece of wood real hard. See this piece of wood with these bite marks? This is my pain medication. I tried metal, but that's not as good.
Room.
Now, there was one hand on the side of Mr. Greer.
Oh, you've never been, thank you, Judge. Number 30, you've never been prescribed a controlled substance. Not even offered a controlled substance.
Not that I can remember.
All right. Do you have any reservations about taking them, or is it just something you've not happened?
It's not that.
All right. So you can be impartial about hearing someone that was prescribed one. Okay. For those, the remaining, I guess it would be 17 of you. How many of y'all drove while taking your controlled substance prescriptions? Don't be worried about number 15. There ain't no judgment. Okay. Who else? Number 8. And then I got you. All right. Now who over here? Anybody? All right. Number 25. And number 29. I'm going to start on the right side and go backwards this time. 29. Do you remember what you were prescribed?
I think it was hydrocodone.
Did it have warning labels on the bottle?
It did.
Do you ever remember driving while you could feel the effects of it? All right. 25. What about you? What were you prescribed?
Prescribed ADHD medication.
Was it Adderall?
Similar. It's not Adderall. It's
Ritalin?
no, it's a short name.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you remember where you having any issues with your driving or feeling the effects of it while you drove when you took it? Okay. Any warning labels on that?
Not for driving.
Yeah, I didn't think there were. It's pretty mild medicine. All right, over here, 15.
Xanax and hydrocodone.
Wow.
Not together.
Okay. Well, no, that's that's fair because people. Do you remember whether or not you drove while you could feel the effects of those things? All right. And then number 8.
Probably pain medicine for dental work.
Right. Do you remember whether or not it had warning labels on your bottle? Do you remember when you drove where you could feel the effects of it? almost done, guys. Anyone here with any legal training whatsoever? Like law school, paralegal? Don't let the judge's statement scare you. I'm not going to believe you're a legal genius and put you on the jury. All right. The judge is going to instruct you on all the law, okay? You might hear Mr. Sebastian and myself make some legal arguments. She's going to instruct you on the law. And what you're going to do every step of the way, not just the law. When we go to lunch, if we get a lunch, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sure y'all get lunch. But if we get the breaks we have and all those things, is there anyone who doesn't think they could follow the judge's instructions? For example, when she charges you on any aspect for any reason. That's why I just asked you all these other questions. Is there anyone here who thinks they can't follow her instructions on the law? All right. Sometimes people feel as though they just can't sit on a jury. They just can't do it. It could be philosophical reasons, moral reasons in their mind. I think you heard the best explanation I've heard in a long time of jury service when y'all walked in here. But is there anyone who feels they can't sit on this jury for any reason whatsoever? Okay, we'll start and come back over here. Number 22. And then number 19. All right. Start with 22. You comfortable talking about it?
I think it's responsibility to sit as a juror.
Right.
But I have a family emergency tomorrow. I have to take care of someone. I'm glad to skip tomorrow and come back the rest of the week, but tomorrow is tough.
All right. I can never promise anything, right? But I don't see us going past today. But if you did have to come back tomorrow, it would, and my understanding is right, it would create a real problem. It is such a problem that you would worry about it throughout the course of the trial. For example, you know, you got not just one lawyer, you got two lawyers here. And lawyers, this is going to surprise you, they like to talk and can get long-winded. I believe in good faith we can get this done in a day, but I'm worried, and I want to know that you would be more worried about if we could or couldn't if you get set on this jury.
Well, I'd have to somehow find a way to do it.
Okay. All right. 19, you comfortable talking about it?
No problem. My father's early stage dementia, he's 92, and it just started, and we've been going to Augusta every week to care for him, every single week since April. And I have never asked off the jury, and I've sat on many, including the Jeffers case last July. So I don't have any problem sitting on a jury, and happy to do it again another time. Right now, I make sure his meds are in. He's been in the hospital twice because he's not taking them. Between my brother and I, we're trying to get over there as much as we can.
Augusta to Dawson, where he is now, is a 3-hour and 56-minute drive. That's 4 hours away from his dad right now here.
Turn just to kind of figure out next steps for him. So they usually go Tuesday through Thursday. We can defer it a bit, but he's at risk.
All right, but if we could get you out of here for sure by Tuesday,
Yeah.
would that work? Tuesday's morning at the latest or something like that?
That'd be totally cool.
Yeah, this is going to be nothing like Jeffers. I mean, nothing. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, but that had to be done. And but you're not looking at near the evidence or time frames or those kinds of things. Okay. And then anyone that wasn't comfortable answering any of the questions I just asked in front of everyone. All right. Those are all my
Okay, thank you, Mr. Greer. Mr. Sebastian, I'll turn the jury over to you.
All right, good morning, folks. My name is Kevin Sebastian. I have the pleasure of representing Ms. Waldrop here today.
I went to NC State University, go Wolfpack. Originally from North Carolina, I went to law school at a little place called Campbell University. Their law school's right next to NC State. I've been working in defense work for about a year now, so this is my first time in Dawson County. Pleasure to meet all of y'all. All right, let's get started with some of these questions. I know that Mr. Greer has gone over some questions that are very similar to mine. I'm not going to repeat some of those, just, great minds think alike, I suppose. So, you see Miss Waldrop sitting beside me. Has anyone ever seen, read, or heard anything about this case from any source whatsoever? Okay, I see no hands. You heard Mr. Greer mention if there was anyone who had a problem with sitting on the jury, just sort of writ large, and I think some of you provided some responses. But I just wanted to sort of hone in on that. Does anyone have a problem serving on this jury due to the fact that it's a DUI case? All right, I see no hands. Is anyone in this jury, either you yourself or anyone close to you, now or previously employed in law enforcement? Okay, let me just write this down. All right, I believe that's Juror 9. And let's see, 10, 11, 12. Juror 12? All right, I'll start with Juror 9. Juror 9. Oh, Juror 8 as well, sorry. All right, did I miss any other hands? Oh, Juror, okay. Glad I asked that. Juror 3, I believe, is that right? Okay. Okay, I'll start off with Juror number 3. Was it you or was it someone that was close to you?
Someone close to me, my brother used to be employed with Polk County Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
And then my husband, it's not law enforcement, but he is deputy in charge of the U.S. District Court, Federal Court in Gainesville. So.
Okay. Do you think that because you're related to law enforcement that might sway your opinion one way or the other in this case?
No.
No? Okay. All right, the next person I have is Juror 8, I believe.
Yeah, my father was a Dawson County, he worked in the jail.
Okay.
Yeah. He was considered a sheriff or deputy.
Nope, just any and all people related to law enforcement. So you, okay, does that create any biases one way or the other? Okay, all right. Juror number 9?
I have a daughter who works down in the 911 center and a grandson that is a deputy.
And do you think that would cause any issues, like create any biases one way or the other?
It offers me a little bit more credence towards law enforcement testimony.
Okay, got it. All right. So I'm just, you haven't heard any evidence just yet.
No.
But just like, and I'm assuming there might be some law enforcement who take the stand. Just at this moment, do you think that you would tend to lean one way or the other if that person were to testify, just right now, without hearing anything else?
Just basically, unless their testimony would be seriously questioned, I would pretty much take everything at face value.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Yes, we hate jury selection, but this one is kind of good. You missed some of it.
Okay, last person I have for this question is Juror 12. correct? Okay, do you mind telling me if it was you or someone close to you? Okay.
Yeah, I just changed mine, Jude. Thank you.
And because it's your father, do you feel like that might create any biases one way or the other, or no? Okay. Okay.
Oh, and Jude, thank you for the song. Another song, the new song from the DM. It was awesome. It made me laugh, and it made me feel much better.
Okay, just hitting more on the biases side, is there anyone in here that cannot deliver a verdict based solely off of the evidence in this trial? So maybe you came into the courthouse, you know, you had some sort of outside ideas or notions or stuff that you brought in
I don't do nothing without my tarot cards. My tarot cards will know.
here with you, and you just can't leave that outside the door. It'll affect your way you're thinking. Anyone? I see no hands. Is there anyone that would tend to go along with the opinion of the majority of the jurors, even if you thought that they were wrong, just because you were kind of in the minority? Okay, I see no hands. I know there were a couple people who mentioned, I guess, DUIs before. Has anyone in this is a slightly different question? Has anyone in here ever been, driving and then pulled over by law enforcement before? Okay, all right. Well, maybe I should ask the other way around. Okay, got it. Has there anyone who that hasn't happened? So you're just perfect driving record. No one's ever even looked at you funny or anything. Okay, got it. So, all right. Has anyone ever been, not necessarily like had a DUI on their record, but has anyone ever been accused of having a DUI? Okay, all right. That is juror number 30. I believe we might have. Okay, got it. All right. I think we might have already gone over this. But you have the DUI on your record, sir? Okay, got it. Okay. Is there anyone in here who has been or knows someone who's been falsely accused of a crime? Okay, that was 5, 6, 7. Are you juror 13? 13? Okay. Okay, let me just make sure I didn't miss any hands. Just once again, the question was, have you been or know someone who's been falsely accused? Okay, juror 13, do you feel okay talking about it?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Was a boyfriend who got arrested, he was in the car in front of me, got arrested for speeding, DUI, laying away. I witnessed the whole thing. It was not true.
Okay, do you feel like, after witnessing that incident, that would sort of create any biases one way or the other in this case? No? Okay. Mr. Greer asked a little bit about residential rehabs. Has anyone, and I'm going to try to expand the scope of this, has anyone ever entered or know someone who's done any kind of drug treatment program? Doesn't have to be a residential, but just any kind of program where they were just, trying to treat drugs. Okay.
And I forgot when he asked, it was my cousin from a long time ago. He asked and I just remembered when.
Okay, got it. Okay, so let me just kind of scan just a little bit. So, okay, juror 2. I believe you're juror number 6. Okay, we start on the left side. Is that juror 15?
Yes.
15? Okay. Juror. Are you 19, sir?
Terry, that's
Are you
exciting.
juror number 19, sir? Okay. Okay, and you're juror number 10? Okay, anyone else on the right side? Okay. Juror 29, juror 30. So let me just try to ask the ones who, let me leave out the people who previously answered Mr. Greer's question. Juror number 6, you had said that you had forgotten someone, right? Could you, are you comfortable talking about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it was in prison, or he was in residential treatment.
Okay. Let me see who else.
Crosswire, LimeWire.
Okay.
Booze.
Okay, I guess 29 and 30 were the only ones that, by my estimation, who didn't answer Mr. Greer's question earlier. Juror number 29, it was your son? Okay. And did he, like, what kind of treatment did he get? Do you know?
I'm sorry.
What kind of treatment did he get?
And he did a detox and then he, now he's going to.
What was the last part you're on?
He did detox and now he's in NA.
NA, okay. And I guess I forgot to ask this for juror number 6. Do you think that would create any biases one way or the other? Okay. And juror number 29, do you think that affects your thinking? Juror number 30, could you tell me a little bit about what?
I'm good myself right now.
Okay. Okay. And is that a rehab or is that drug court? DUI court, okay. Do you think being in DUI court has, would affect your ability to be impartial in this case or create any biases or anything like that? No? Okay. Okay, now we're going to expand the scope just a little bit more. Has anyone made any donations to charities that provide services to those recovering from drug use? Okay. Let's see. I think I see juror, I believe that's 8, right? Juror 8, juror 6, juror 15.
This isn't really for Dyer. This is therapy. A therapy session for the jurors.
And then juror number 18. Okay, anyone on this side? No? Okay. Okay, juror number 6. Was that, so it's you who made the donation? Could you tell me a little bit more about like?
Just no longer bound, it was just an organization that seems to do good things.
Okay. And do you think that fact would create any like biases on your side? No? Okay. Juror number 8?
Same thing, no longer bound.
No longer bound? And do you think that fact would create any biases one way or the other? No? Okay. Juror number 15?
Same thing, no longer bound.
Do you think that would create any biases one way or the other? No? Juror number 18?
Yes, same thing, no bias.
No bias, okay.
Let's get him up with some questions
Does anyone have
At 25, they start becoming human again. That's the sweet spot.
any background doing social work or drug counseling, anything like that? No? Okay. Okay. Does anyone have any sort of personal reasons or beliefs that would prejudice you either for or against the prosecution or defense in this case? Just anything, just beyond the scope of the facts of this case, just some deeply held belief that you might have. All right, no hands. Is there anyone in here that has a bad or a low opinion of criminal defense lawyers? Okay, I see no hands. Does anyone here either have or know someone who's had a bad experience with a criminal defense lawyer? Okay, I see no hands. Is anyone in here uncomfortable with using terminology related to drug use? So you might hear some words associated with that, like, I don't know, like syringe, needle, I don't know, something along those lines? No? Okay. Is anyone in here a member of a civic organization? So when I think of civic organization, I think of like Kiwanis Club or your Rotary Club, Knights of Columbus. Knights of Columbus is one that I think of a lot. Okay, so, all right. On the right side.
My dad was a third-degree knight.
So you're 13? Okay, got it. And you are 25. Okay, Juror 13, could you tell me a little bit more about the organization you're a part of? Lions, okay. Got it. Do you think that fact would make you biased one way or the other in this case? Juror 25? Knights of Columbus, okay, cool, all right. And do you think that fact would create any biases one way or the other in this case? Okay. So is there anyone in here who has watched court proceedings before, either on the jury or just watching? Just like in the gallery? Okay, other than today, I mean.
Been on jury duty before?
Yeah, sure, yeah, I mean, that would count, okay. Okay, got it, all right. Is there anyone who has not watched court proceedings before? Okay, all right, so that would be, I guess, juror number 9, right? I missed some hands. Okay, juror 6 and juror 8 and 9. And just so we're aware, the question is you have not seen. Okay. 13. Sorry, folks. All right. No, I haven't. I'm just going to go back to the back row here. Okay, 15. And I'm guessing you're juror 20? Oh, okay, that's all right. All right, and 29. So everyone else has been either a part of a jury or has watched jury proceedings. Okay. Or just court proceedings. Okay. For the people who were on a jury before, we're again, I'll ask you this question. I don't want to, ask too much of y'all. Were y'all able to reach a verdict? Okay. I mean, for the people who were jurors before, could you raise your hands and just say that you were able to reach a verdict? Okay, got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And for the people who were jurors, I guess, if all the people who were jurors, could you all raise your hands again? All right, so 2, 3, after 15 is 17, 18, 19, okay, 11, okay, 12, all right, 14, is that right? Okay, 14, and then 22, sir? Okay. So starting off with juror number 2, do you know, again, I just want, don't tell me about the facts of the case, but can you just tell me what kind of case it was?
It was a vehicular manslaughter.
Okay, got it, all right. Now, this is a DUI case. Do you think the fact that you were on that jury, do you think that would, sort of create any biases, make you lean one way or the other in this case? Juror number 3, what kind of case were you on?
It was a criminal, domestic violence, and aggravated assault and things.
Do you think there might be a reason why the fact you were on that jury would create any biases? Okay, juror number 17.
I've been on grand jury, and I've been on child abuse, and I've been on a divorce.
Okay, all right. And do you think that being on those juries would create any biases one way or the other? No? Okay. Juror number 18?
Yes.
Which cases were you on?
Theft.
It was theft? Okay. And any biases one way or the other caused by that? Juror number 11?
Wildlife poaching.
Wildlife poaching, that's interesting. Okay. That's interesting. I've never heard that before. That's very cool. Any biases one way or the other caused by that? Okay. Juror number 12? Criminal sexual assault. All right. Any biases created one way or the other by that? Juror 14? Is DUI? Okay. Okay, any, obviously this is a DUI, but any biases one way or the other created by that case? Okay, juror 22? Okay, what case were you on, sir?
Armed robbery for 1 and divorce for the second.
And any biases created by that? No, okay. I should be getting pretty close to the end of my question. I just have a few more. Is there anyone in here who was or knows someone who was the victim of an accident caused by impaired driving? Okay, juror, I see, I guess it's 11 and juror 15. Okay, juror number, anyone else? Okay, juror, I guess 3 it is. Okay, juror number 3, could you, I guess,
not
do you
your
think
phone.
that being,
That was not your phone, guys. Stop checking your phones. That was his phone.
first of all, was it you or was it someone close to you?
Well, I've been in the funeral industry for 30 years, so
Okay.
I've waited on families that have been affected by
do you think that, obviously, you've met a lot of people who were victims of impaired driving. Do you think that would sway your decision in this case? No? All right. Juror 11? Where's juror 11? Was it you or someone that was close to you?
It was my son.
Your son? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, sir. But, obviously, I think something like that could be, pretty hard to wipe away and forget about. But do you think that you could sort of move past that and sort of be impartial in this case? Okay. Juror number 15?
A really close friend totaled a $200,000 Mercedes.
Oh, man, all right.
That would hurt.
Now, the car is obviously totaled, but is she okay? She's fine?
Yeah, he got chartered with DUI.
Okay, I understand that. Do you think that having known that person and having gone through that experience, do you think that would create any biases? Okay, no. Sort of expanding the scope of that, has anyone ever been in a car accident in general? Just ever, okay, all right. Anyone not been in a car accident? So just perfect driving record, all that, okay. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go with the car accident folks. Could y'all raise your hands again? Okay, all right, let me see who hasn't. Who has been in an accident? All right, well, I guess I'll just ask everyone this question then, all right? Juror number 2, do you happen to know what caused the accident? Or could you tell me a little bit more about the accident?
Drinking, driving.
Okay, so it was caused by a drunk driver?
Yes.
Okay. And do you think that fact causes any biases one way or the other in this case, since it is a DUI case? No? Juror number 3, could you tell me what caused the accident?
Sure, I was hit from behind twice, I was rear-ended twice, and then hit from the side by another driver the other time.
Okay. So rear-ended, I guess you were T-boned. Okay. Any biases created by that? No? Juror number 6?
Yes, I was rear-ended and I also rear-ended somebody else.
No biases, got it. Okay, juror number 8.
Rear-ended, T-bone, no bias.
Juror number 9.
Well, I was a delivery driver for years, so I've had 5 vehicles totaled out, rear end, side impacts, front impacts,
Vehicles.
Just the works, right? Okay. So were these all accidents that were caused by other people or?
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
You get in accidents, especially in city, when you're doing this, looking for a house number,
Got it, okay.
stupidity kicks in real fast.
Okay, got it, all right. Any biases created by that at all?
No.
No? Okay, juror number 10. Okay.
Going too fast, no bias.
That's great.
And no bias, I think I take that.
ex-wife wrote my
Okay.
career.
Juror 11?
I was in the car when my wife rolled the car over, lost control on Country Road.
I was only married a couple
Okay.
months, but she wrote my career.
Okay, juror number 12? Oh, okay, all right. Could you tell me like what caused those incidences or anything?
First car was totaled because driver didn't see the brake lights, sun coming in. Second car was totaled because probably took the curve too fast. And then Thursday's accident was pulling in and out of the subdivision. Driver didn't see any turn.
Okay. And any biases or anything like that caused by that? Okay. Juror 13?
We were in several times, one car totaled. He was kind of ruined somebody else.
So you've been on both sides of the aisle, both sides of the spectrum. Got it. Okay. Okay, juror 14?
Been rear-ended a couple times, T-bone once, 2 cars totaled.
All right.
Eric, it does that to me sometimes too. And I'm the host.
Okay, any bias one way or the other? All right, juror 15?
Rear-ended twice.
Any biases? Okay, just to make sure that we go through this a little bit quicker, I guess I'll just ask everyone else, like, hey, tell me what happened, and then just right after that, any biases, okay? All right, juror 17?
Just rear-ended and no bias.
Juror number 18?
Hydroplaned, T-bone, rear-ended, no bias.
Juror number 19?
I also like the other attorney much better.
No bias.
Do you know if the accident was caused by someone else? Do you know?
Some worse.
What, I'm sorry?
I had one that was me, and I had several running.
Got it, okay.
And it happens.
Okay. Okay, juror 20?
I've had accidents, T-bone, rear-ended, some on the fall, others were at fault, and they do not have any biases.
I pretend I'm in charge.
Juror 22?
Rear end, one accident, and the bias there, and then I had a van, the brakes went out, and my bias was towards the cab.
Got it, okay. Understood.
Mr. Stowers,
Listen.
will you take that juror this cough drop? Sorry, whispering right into the microphone, just what I told the lawyers not to do.
Is that the most Georgia thing that's ever happened in our whole lives? Will you please take this juror this cough drop?
Sorry, what? Just
Take it in case she needs it though.
Juror number 25.
Folks bumped into my back and I bumped into the
Thank you, Miss
back.
Hicks. Thank you.
And then when I put over the car in the parking lot, there's a hole.
Got it. All right. Got it.
Nobody.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Juror 29.
I've rear-ended and been rear-ended and then recently drove on, run over with, on a motorcycle.
Got it. And you weren't rear-ended on your motorcycle, were you?
I'm sorry?
Or you weren't rear-ended on your motorcycle,
No,
were
I
you?
was clipped and drove down 985.
Got it. Oh, that's really tough. I'm really sorry to hear about that. Were there any biases created by that? Okay. And juror 30?
Too fast, she's off control.
Okay. Okay, is there anyone in here who takes, I guess Mr. Greer might have mentioned controlled substances, but anyone in here who takes medicine that's prescribed to them by a doctor? All right, I think this, all right. Let me get the people who aren't taking any medicines first. Okay. Juror 9, juror 11, juror 14. I guess you might be juror 18, okay. And juror 30.
Everybody hates jury selection.
All right, those are all the questions I had. Thank you very much, Joe.
All right, now we're going to go into the individual questions as Mr. Power, our clerk, calls your name, or do you want to do numbers? Numbers? All right. As he calls the juror number, the prosecutor gets the chance to ask you any questions off that juror questionnaire that you completed. If they don't have any questions, they'll say that they have no questions, pass the juror to Mr. Sebastian. He'll get the chance to ask any questions that he has. Gentlemen, if you'll just make sure you say if you don't have questions so we can zip through this as quickly as possible. And we'll start with juror number 2, right? Okay.
Hey, juror 2, what did you used to do for a living?
Construction, operate heavy equipment, drive trucks.
All right, okay, that's it.
All right. No questions.
Number 3?
No questions.
Let's see. Did you say that your spouse works at a U.S. District Court?
He's the deputy in charge at the Northern District, U.S. District Court.
Got it, right, yes. Okay, I remember hearing that, yes. Yes, ma'am. All right, no questions then.
Number 6?
No questions.
You had mentioned earlier that you worked as a pharmacist, is that right? Okay, got it. All right, no questions.
Number 8,
No questions.
No questions.
number 9,
And nine, I'm sorry, you probably answered this in ways, because you said you think you did some delivery, but what did you primarily do for a living when you worked?
50 years on the end of welding rod.
Wow. Wow.
Other than that, I've done a little bit of everything that I could possibly want to do, and a lot of stuff I didn't.
All right, thank you. That's the only question I had.
Now, it says here that you are related by blood or marriage to a person in law enforcement. Was that the daughter and the grandson that you were talking about earlier? Okay, got it. Okay. All right, I don't have any questions.
number 10,
Nope, no questions.
Now, it says Georgia endodontic specialists. Could you tell me a little bit more about what they do? Root canals, got it, okay. All right, and you work on the office management side? Okay, all right. Is there anything that you know about like the root canal area, or do you just like completely focus on your work and managing the office? Or were you able to like pick up on some facts of?
I used to be an assistant.
Okay.
And, now I'm management. So
Okay.
But I know that with the opioid epidemic, that our doctors will not prescribe the Norcos and stuff. I mean, it has to be pretty serious before they would ever do that.
Got it.
Tylenol, Advil is all we ever recommend.
Got it. And when you say assistant, do you mean like a dental assistant or, okay, got it, okay. All right. No other questions?
number 11,
11, what did you used to do for a living?
A plumbing contractor.
How long did you do that?
45 years.
Wow. How's retirement? You like being retired?
That's fun.
See, now I don't feel bad about work. All right. I'll go with 5. Thank you. No other questions.
What is going on here? I have no questions.
Can't wait to retire.
number 12,
Nope, I don't have any questions.
No questions on my end. Thank you.
number 13,
Electrical, mechanical, what type of engineering? See, I'm glad I asked that because, see, your employer, a lot of people would assume doing much. What types of things do you fabricate or come up with? I mean, do you do that?
I work at power plants, I test gas turbines and steam turbines.
Okay, all right. All right, no other questions. Thank you.
No questions from my end.
14,
No questions.
No questions. Thank you.
number 15,
No more questions.
Juror 15, did you used to do anything in the past? Like, as in, like employment, I mean?
Oh, yes, I worked in the mortgage industry, and then I had my amazing daughter, stayed at home with her.
Okay.
And then opened up an insurance company.
All right. That's the life. All right, no other questions?
17.
17, I feel sure you alluded to this, but what did you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
That's what I thought, because you knew number 30. All right, I just want to confirm. All right, no other questions, thank you.
If I was in the room with my teacher, if I was on a jury with my teacher, yeah, I would go with their verdict. I would.
No questions on my end. Thank you, ma'am.
Number 18.
Nope, no questions.
Juror number 19, was it?
18.
18, I apologize. Juror 18. Why can't I find you? Nope, no questions.
Number 19.
No questions.
Did you say that your spouse was a paramedic? Okay. And so would she just be like responding to like emergency situations, or did she was working EMT?
She was working EMT, and she also worked for the Children's Hospital in that capacity.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Like defense.
Got it. Okay. Did she ever have to deal with impaired driving victims or anything like that, or?
All kinds, yes.
Got it.
including that.
Okay, got it. All right, I don't have any more questions.
Number 20.
No questions.
No questions.
22.
What did you used to do, number 22, for a living?
I owned in Atlanta, I owned a marketing communications and music entertainment agency.
Wow. Yeah, this sounds fun. That sounds fun. How long did you do that for?
Close to 40 years.
Wow, 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 wow. Any big stars you meet? Oh. That's a depressing thought. I hate to ask that question. No further questions. Thank you.
No questions on my end. Thank you, sir.
25.
What do you actually do for the department?
I am the Director of Compliance and Internal Controls for the nationwide contracts.
Okay,
We
okay.
do a lot of auditing. I make sure that the people who are buying what they need to buy from cemeteries, hospitals, benefits administration and stuff, that they're following the right regulations and stuff like
Do you work around here locally?
that. I work at home, and then we have offices all throughout the country.
Right. And I was looking for a contact. I'm trying to get some guys plugged in. Anyway, all right. No further questions. Thank you.
No questions on my end. Thank you, sir.
29.
Nope, no questions.
No questions.
And 30.
No questions, 30. Thank you.
No questions.
All right, gentlemen, any jurors you want to talk to individually? I had no notes as to any that I thought you'd ask about, so.
None from the state, good.
All right, Mr. Sebastian?
No jurors, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Then, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes their opportunity to ask you questions. The law prescribes that I give them 15 minutes to consider that information. While I give them that 15 minutes, I'm going to send y'all outside the courtroom. Before I do that, going to swear my bailiffs because I didn't know that didn't get done this morning. So basically, everybody that has something to do with the jury has to take an oath. So I'm going to swear them real quick, and then they're going to take you out in the hallway. Again, if you have any questions, Ms. Nix, Mr. Sowers, or folks you should ask those questions of. I'm going to ask that when you're on the break, you don't use your cell phones or electronic devices for any purposes. You, at no time during your jury service should you post, tweet, or blog about your jury service, as somebody could respond to that with information you're not entitled to have. And jurors have to decide the cases based solely on the information that comes in this courtroom based upon the laws of the state and rules of evidence that apply. So no posting, tweeting, or blogging. Don't do any research into the facts, the parties, the attorneys, the court, and just don't be on those cell phones or electronic devices during this break. After we get through this part and we get our jury struck, I'm going to send folks to lunch, and you'll have other instructions to adhere to regarding the cell phone usage. But for now, it's going to be pretty strict, okay? And so, Ms. Nix and Mr. Stowers, you shall take all juries committed to your charge to the jury room or some other private and convenient place that is designated by the court, and you shall not allow the jurors to receive any books, papers, nourishment, or hydration other than water and coffee, or to use any electronic device except as directed and approved by the court. You shall make no communication with the jurors or permit anyone to communicate with the jurors except as specifically authorized by this court. You shall discharge all other duties which may devolve upon you as bailiff to the best of your skill and power, so help you God. All right, then you can take that jury out. Thank you both. And gentlemen, once they're out the door, I'll start my timer for your 15 minutes. If there are any issues during
Ask the bailiff.
the process of striking, once we get back in here to strike, I want y'all to immediately let me know so that I can address it to make sure
Yes, ma'am.
we're good. And I plan to just pass a list and have y'all do silent strikes if y'all can
Yes, ma'am.
comfortable with that.
Mr. Sebastian is.
I know
Yes,
we
that's
had the 2 jurors at the end that have issues. We had jurors 19 and 20 that need to not be here starting tomorrow. We shouldn't get that far to them, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I can't see us getting there.
Yeah. All right, so that 15-minute timer starts now. I'll see you gentlemen in 15 minutes. Do you want to pass the list, or you'll have Ms. Nix pass?
Leave them the room. Let's go.
Will you just make sure
Steve.
one's written up right
Yeah,
with
and,
number
actually-
21 taken off? Wasn't it 21? Yeah, here's mine. 21, so that's the only one we got to have off. We're going to do 183 first, and then
I love her. She is retired, so I get her here and there sporadically, but we can't expect to see a lot of her. Okay, now they're about to pick a jury, and then something happens that only Josh knows right now. So if you want to know, you gotta either wait until tomorrow or ask Josh, who is not here. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it. I really do. We'll get to this tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll start up OJ now. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we a joy she can't hide.